Swordtee 40.
I can fix it. I can fix it, Bobby. I can fix it.
Man, what the hell? Man, you got me looking like Gumby.
Why do I look like a criminal?
Brittany, does this suit make me look fat?
Yes, it does.
People kept reminding Blake that I was not attractive. Like, well, Blake said that I looked like Larry Bird. And that kind of laugh doesn't feel good.
Stop. You take your hat off, you look like Travis Knott.
You look like a scarecrow and your clothes are sad.
Hockey puck looking motherfucker.
Ew, I'm sorry. I can't do this. You kiss like a golden retriever.
To explain Jason's look, I think I found the answer. You're like Adam Sandler if he was stricken with cancer.
Mortgage backwards and Joan, you must too. 80 years old, but that nose looks brand new, now new.
Special seal. Okay.
That's what he looks like. That's
what they all look like.
No, but he's like doing a thing with his lips.
Is he? I didn't notice.
Aw, it's so disappointing. Like the villain from Rainbow Bright made it with an Ewok.
Tables have turned. He looks like a downvote. Bruh!
Hey, with me and Hitman like this, don't our heads look like a nutsack? That's crazy, man.
She looks like she's making a Brexit of her own, like she's off to do something else. Sorry, I can't chit-chat. I'm off to watch John Wick 3. Best of luck.
Oh, Grandma must be a very young, beautiful woman. At least I don't look like a little dog. Oh, she looks like a dinosaur. That's how she should be in the dirt right now.
Oh, well, look who it is. If it isn't the Down Syndrome Power Ranger. Grew the balls to come back, I see.
Here's our master, Lord Shogunman. Whoa, somebody's had a few too many donuts.
Speaking of rappers, let me bring it back. You look like Remy Ma if she started smoking crack.
Okay. Is this the man?
Yeah, that's him. He looks way dumber in real life, but that is very close.
It must suck to be a cute little kid, only to grow up looking like a creep. Yes, Fred Savage, I'm talking about you.
Look, Gina, is that a talking raisin?
Nick Cannon coming with Nicki Minaj flow. Look at his feet, he got Nicki Minaj clothes.
The blood effects of the 1970s. They were the digitally removed mustache in Justice League of the day.
When are you going to fix your white balance so you don't look like a f***ing banana?
Wait,
here,
what?
I'm gonna fix it right now. And I'm fixing the white balance. Is that better?
Nose job. Okay, well, you know what? You're gonna get one, and it's gonna be botched up. And you're gonna end up looking like a freaking piece of shit.
Oh, look at that. Wait, I'm on someone's back?
Yeah. That looks like the bride of Chucky.
Get out of here.
Your team captain dressed like a pack of blueberry Go-Gurt.
Sean Penn's just mad that he looks like the inside of a banana skin.
Why does this animation seem so sucky? This feels like a cutscene from Civilization 3, which came out 9 years before this movie.
Just be happy that you ain't dead. You're Atlanta. This would be Tickle Me Elmo if he was raised in Bankhead.
Johnson is a lot like Trump. He said Hillary Clinton looks like a sadistic nurse in a mental hospital.
He described Hillary Clinton as having, quote, dyed blonde hair, pouty lips, and a steely blue stare, like a sadistic nurse in a mental hospital.
He looked like what you talk about, Willis.
Bobby. Meet Boris Johnson, British politician and stunt double for Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber.
This is the first time the UK has ever had a prime minister who looks like he smoked meth in an Arby's dumpster.
You look like the dinosaur from Lilo and Stitch.
I didn't know Japan cross-mutated a raptor and a schoolchild.
You're a weird-looking dude. I'm surprised you have a wife, because you look like a wax figure that magically came to life.
Who's Chico Bean is built like? What is a lawnmower mechanic?
You started working out to get ripped, but instead, the thing that bulked up was your gigantic head.
This on President Putin.
Despite looking a bit like Dobby the house elf, he is a ruthless and manipulative tyrant.
Vladimir Putin does look like Dobby.
Why you going full throttle? Because you built like a damn antifreeze bottle. Here, man. You don't want this work. Up here dressed like a thug that's going to church.
What's up with that look, Mel? Are you even trying? I thought you were Scary Spice, not terrifying.
Oof. Blonde looks like a math addict. Damn.
Everybody's saying that I look like Akon, but you can't say because your beard is taped on.
Midland official looks like they have a white van with free candy written on the side.
It's a black van.
Wait, is he anatomically correct? Oh my god, it looks like a little red rocket down there.
He looks like Ricky Martin if he survived the house fire.
This looks like Casper's uncle got plastered and is trying to embarrass him in front of his girlfriend.
I wouldn't throw around the word creepy if I looked like fancy lad who paid his wet nurse to sit on his lap.
Seeing you as a cat was completely unnerving, but how you look in real life is somehow more disturbing.
You look like a Cheeto.
Jax Films, your girlfriend looks like my grandma.
Boy! You look like a rejected Power Ranger, no challenge. You look like an aborted cockroach.
Real street, you already know. But your chain look fake like some snow.
People who don't like pooping are probably people who eat like shit.
The director said, let's make that witch throw a grenade that looks like an apple. It'll make her look like even more of an apple.
I just watched a muted performance of Cardi B, and that bitch just looks loud without any sound on. Like, no thank you. How I look loud? How I look loud? I'm loud? I don't even think I'm like loud. Suck my ass.
You look like a discount Harry Styles if he had suddenly come out of the closet in What Makes You Beautiful video.
You spooky ass clown, you're so creepy, it's insane. You look like you just ate someone's brother in a storm drain.
Don't they look like little penises in the bricks? And stone. It just looks like a robe.
Oh my god, it sure does.
Oh, I'm sexier than anyone. Even though I dress from Forever 21.
It's just the guy that looks like, yeah, there it is, bro. He looks like Larry, the cucumber from Veggie Tales. It's so true.
Trash bag, yeah, I'll take that. But you Soldier Boy if he never made Crank that.
Showing off exactly how superhero actors look if it's not handled with care and expertise. Morons. They look like absolute morons. Okay, Michael, pretend you're trying to open a jar with your mind. Sophie, you too. Harder. Harder.
You look like that little monster off of Lilo and Stitch. Yaga, 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 hey, Lilo.
Heidi Klum, you are magical. 4 children, and yet your body looks as though you haven't paid attention to any of them.
I know damn well y'all ain't talking about what I'm built like. Look at your team, Charlie. Charlie Clips over there built like Winnie the Pooh with his fat ass.
I'd ask how he can show his face after betraying America like that. But honestly, I've also wondered how he showed his face before he did that. Sorry, ladies.
It looks like the entire cast of Goonies grew up and became rapists. This one in particular looks like he just broke out of a federal prison.
Hey, Carlos, you look like the Duke Blue Devil. Look at you.
Hey, you look like Eminem with Down syndrome.
Trudeau isn't dressed as Aladdin, he's dressed as Aladdin doing blackface. That's not the color of Aladdin. What are you doing?
Why your team captain up here dressed like a stepdad?
This is Beezle. Beezle is about a guy who owns a cartoon cat that looks like Ren and Stimpy is being choked by Homer Simpson's ass.
Jax Films, it looks like your face caught fire and someone tried to put it out with a fork.
The older Mark Hamill gets, the more he looks like Yoda. Seriously, seen that guy lately? He's Yoda. Mean burn this is. Thanks a lot.
Blood effects in the 70s were so bad, I genuinely thought this was paint. Not just in real life, but in the movie too.
You guys look like the Hogwarts math team, the 3 of you. You up here dressed looking like when the TV don't work. Look, I know.
Yo, Jesse Welly, your haircut is terrible and the back is horrendous. Is it bad?
Yeah, it does look like
You. Boy, you could serve a bowl of chips in Ian's haircut looking like a 2-for-1 deal at Bed Bath & Beyond.
That tattoo on your face, you know that's a no-no. You look like an unfinished Coach logo. If you left, no one would be missing you. You look like Employee of the Month at Jiffy Lube.
I hate Jimmy Kimmel. He has squinty eyes and a gape mouth that never really closes.
Never, regardless of what your childhood bully told you, does an ectopic pregnancy happen in the butt. Except for Lindsey Graham, he was born out of butt. That's why he looks like that. Anyway.
You look like a package of hot dogs on crack. Whoa. You look like something on smack.
Ian cutting the ribbon for the finish line for the virgin race.
Yes.
Alice Cooper looked 65 in 1972. How is he still alive?
That dude's looking like...
I had no idea purple dinosaurs were my fetish.
It's not fair to make fun of you because it wasn't your choice. To get the worst of both worlds, Dad's face and Mom's voice.
Y'all look like two breasts that had a disagreement.
Hey, you look like you could turn water into weed.
Why does Sean Penn look like a gigantic turd that got run over by 1,500 semis and then backed into a tar road on a boiling hot July afternoon?
Oodle and noodle flavored chicken, shrimp, beef, hot teriyaki. Man, get your ass out of here. Your head look like some oodles and noodles on the top. You don't get your...
Maisie Williams looks like a very young grandma.
Looks like he's about to have a nervous breakdance.
I'm the next Denzel, mixed with Chappelle. It's true. You're the next Todd Bridges, mixed with Pepe Le Pew.
If you take off your hat, you look just like Oscar Proud.
Did they think that this hand was like stylistic, or were they just really bad at their jobs?
They thought that was what they had. Look, this is what Japanese people think American people look like when they talk.
You look like an old map.
Nick looked like his balls didn't even drop yet.
Wow.
Look at them. They look like they were separated at birth. And I mean purposely, like separated at birth. Like the nurse was like, these two humans should not be in the same place at the same time. Send one to England, send one to the US, and pray they never meet.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Hey, you look like a Klingon warrior. Look at that.
You look like you're from another country. How's that for an insult?
I'm about to do a show about historical figures. We're looking for somebody who looks like Beethoven if his mom drank while she was pregnant.
Remember these two Halloween decorations? The guys who look like they just got arrested for huffing bowling alley shoe spray? The mobster versions of Bill and Ted? I mean, they've been in multiple photos with Rudy Trump and Mike Pence, and you can't forget them because they look like they should be hanging out with Rocky and Muggsy.
Jax Films, you look like Jax Films. Ew.
You're shorter in life, conceited. When you're standing up, it looked like conceited. Slow it down. I just missed you.
It is not every day you get to see a room full of adults loudly booing a blinged out version of the Quaker Oats guy.
I really like that one joke he did where he says that you look like the hairdresser of someone he might have sex with.
Not sure if you're a Power Ranger or a stripper. You could be both.
You said I dress like a stepdad, bruh. You dress like a 13-year-old.
It looks like a 5-year-old just got his first fruit roll-up.
Ever wonder what it would look like if you got to make the next X-Men? Probably something like this.
You look like Andy Richter, 8 Conan O'Brien.
What's up with your dome? Why you always want to rap it, fam? You look Arabic, but for some reason you can't Pakistan.
Sean Penn seems like he'd stab me for no reason, that's true. And then immaculately stitch my wounds while telling me about his time in Haiti.
Oh! Look at your face. It looks like a car ran over it.
This is getting scary, bruh. Ain't conceited the size of a Toy Story character.
Oh. Do you recognize this woman?
Well, I can't tell them apart. Exactly. There's a resemblance.
It's true, isn't it?
That's only a good thing for your gay demographic.
Look, your one is this.
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
Have a look at this salty fella. His face looks like it's made of pure leather. Look out! He's got the body of a naked mole rat. He's cranky because he has to wear a Papa Smurf hat.
I don't mean to be a hater, but you look like Doug Funny if he grew up in Decatur.
He dresses like he walked into a random thrift shop, looked at a rack and said, I'll take everything you got.
Billie Eilish dresses like she got her clothes stolen at the gym, so they gave her what they had in the lost and found bin.
Boy, I know you ain't talking with your field goal head looking ass. I know that you're not talking shit with your Mr. Cleanhead looking ass boy. I know who you are. I have Google, mother.
I need you to understand that I can't be played, and I will never fear a man wearing grandma braids.
Why is my controller vibrating like a sex toy?
Because it's ready to go. You know, it's really excited about the game that's going to happen.
Just not that attracted to Asian men.
It's like if all the latex from the Monty Python movies belonged to all the latex from the Eddie Murphy movies.
This built like he played for the Chicago Bears.
When you want to take a cute Instagram pic, but instead, you look like a sexual son gone wrong.
They go outside to continue looking for the egg, and wow, Barney should never be shot from that angle. Oh my god, this purple meth just kicked in, and you're looking like Willy Wonka painted over Jack Skellington, man! Meth, kids, meth!
It looked like you have a red penis hanging from your waist.
You look like the type of boys who cut their wrist just because his sister ate his pizza roll.
Yeah, now you look like Lord Farquaad.
Now, what I might say might be harsh, but you look like Toad from Mario Kart, ugly ass little.
You look like the girl on... What's the program with Matt Lucas?
Little Britain.
Do you know the one I mean?
Vicky Pollard.
Vicky Pollard.
This is Wilbur Ross. You may know him as the bad guy they unmask at the end of every Scooby-Doo.
You hit like a wheelhouse.
You up here built like a windshield wiper.
What's the difference? And then post a picture of you and a bunch of curly fries. Oh, ouch.
Ugly picture.
It looks like a mugshot.
It was weird. Like, it looks like a big and there's slippery and not one boob.
You look like a pedo and an emo at the same time.
Damn, I thought you were gonna bring the sexy in this scene. It crossfades so much here that it looks like a fucking George Michael video from the 80s. And sure, some of those were good, but when they were bad, they look like this bull.
Happens. Does happen. I mean, look what happened to your ears.
Thank you, Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, for looking like the real-life version of Back to the Future.
Mark Zuckerberg always looked like a guy in a zombie movie who's been bitten, but is trying to keep it a secret from everyone. It's funny because it's so accurate. My God.
Mope, you look like a crackhead from the A-Town. Yeah, stop that stuff. You look like a crackhead daddy off the bluff. Whoa.
Your face is too creepy. Finch needs a replacement. You look like the son Tom Hanks kept in the basement.
Why are Rhett and Link always doing stupid like they're the white people my mom is thinking about when she goes, white people?
Jax Films, I've seen you with your shirt off and you got pancake nipple titties, girl.
Charlie Clips, I rap real quick. You built like that suit that they use to train dogs with. Okay.
So, you are the stranger that Khan spoke of. You humanoids all look alike to me, weak and fragile.
What about your lame evolution? You go from like a depressed baby to Steve Buscemi in Monsters, Inc. It doesn't even make sense.
Alicia Dixon's webcam was another case. She said the picture was awful, but actually it was just her face.
Why you up here dressed like you at your baby shower?
Why does every member of Monster X look like a jock that's also a vampire? Oh, okay, I'll take this as a compliment. It means sexy, right?
Yeah. Jack, why is your skin so yellow? This makes me self-conscious about my skin tone.
It's like a string and a balloon, a lollipop and a stick. How'd your head get so healthy, but your body's so sick? You look like that thing that they used to scare the crows. And how come your Adam's apple go out further than your nose?
Now David likes to act like he's so hardcore, but he looks like an elf that grew up on the Jersey Shore.
Jesus Weepin' Bell. Are you f***ing kidding me with that? He doesn't look finished.
Doesn't he kind of look like a clown, like Krusty the Clown? He looks like f***ing Krusty.
He looks like a child's art project that doesn't want to be alive.
You look like Dog the Bargain Hunter.
The fact you hosted Fashion Police was just priceless, because it looks like Tim Burton was your personal stylist. Why is the age of your average demographic printed on your shirt?
Oh, it says 12. You ain't gonna keep coming at my teammates, damn it. You look like, smell like, and built like a mechanic.
Smith's head always looks like it's about to fall off his body. It's like someone made a bobblehead doll where the size of the body matches the head, yet the head still wiggles for some reason.
What I'm about to say
might hurt your pride, but this how you dress when you can't find your clothes and your Uber outside.
Also, this newspaper somehow has the movie script written on it.
My mama was a prostitute and grandma ran the brothel. Seen some but not as awful as your haircut, debacle.
When you don't know if he's your friend or your mom's unshaved vagina.
I guess you're talking about me.
Maybe he's trying to compensate for a loss he experienced earlier in life, like the time his chin went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
Fox News personality Tucker Carlson, seen here watching his own show.
I ain't think your gums could get no blacker, and your teeth went from Dorito crumbs to saltine crackers.
I mean, look at these guys. I've never seen two people who both look like failed clones of each other.
And when they find them, stare like a fish that washed up on dry land.
My angry wig.
Having an angry wig. Also, angry wig makes you a discount syndrome.
You the only rapper dressed like aluminum foil.
Sean Penn seems like the kind of guy who would delete an Instagram if he didn't get enough likes.
My grandma looks like a pile of old rags. She is your grandmother. Yeah, but nobody cares about my grandmother.
What if Nick got the legs of a flamingo pimp, but your skin like
Why does Trey Cool from Green Day look like the emo version of Ted Cruz? Well, Mike looks like Putin.
So my 14-year-old brother responded to my Snapchat story. You look like the 27-year-old substitute teacher that doesn't know how to make the class quiet.
But in the face, you look like one of them hyenas off a Lion King.